Good morning, YouTube. Today is Wednesday, August 6th. Actually, my 1-year anniversary at my current job. I recently graduated with my associate's degree in information technology and started on my bachelor's in cybersecurity. And even before I graduated, I've been applying for a bunch of jobs. The problem with the current system of applying for jobs, and this applies to anybody in any field, is even the most basic entry-level jobs in the field, something that you should be qualified for with basic skills and possibly a degree, like I have. They want you to have that, which I meet those qualifications, but they also want you to have 3 to 5 years experience to get that level 1 base job, which should be your first job in the field, whatever that field may be. Call me crazy, and I even pointed this out to a recruiter in the nicest way possible. If I have 3 to 5 years experience at a level 1 position, and I am taking a lateral job change to another level 1 position, whatever the field may be, something has clearly gone wrong in my career journey. Because somehow I've gotten 5 years experience doing a certain thing. Again, whether it be cybersecurity like I'm working on now with my degree, or IT help desk, or even being a pipe fitter or a welder or whatever. If you are moving, if you somehow get that first job to give you a chance and you get 3 years experience there and you say, okay, it's time to move on to another company, but you still only have skills and certifications that would allow you to get the baseline bare minimum job that you struggled to get in the first place, you've messed up. But I also think it's really unfair for the companies to expect to pay level 1 pay, get level 1 performance, but require 3 to 5 years experience. I mean, I've seen jobs that were tech support jobs, help desk jobs, that were $15 an hour. Well, I make substantially more than that working in a warehouse right now. So what should someone like me, who actually did what they were supposed to do to get in that entry-level situation? Yesterday, I was supposed to have a phone interview with a tech support company. I took my lunch at my current job early. My bosses are thrilled for me. They're excited that I might get an opportunity to move on to something bigger and to use my degree, and they're encouraging the heck out of me. So if I need to take lunch at 12 instead of 12:30, still only took my hour lunch. But if I need to do that for a possible phone interview, they're thrilled. They're excited for me. And I'll have my job for as long as I want it. And they're going to be excited and probably throw me a party when I move on to something bigger. It's what they've done for anybody and everybody else. They're very encouraging. I love my bosses now. I just want a chance to use my degree. But I don't want to speak ill of this company because I don't know what's going on. But when I applied, I got the invitation for a phone interview and time to schedule it within less than 24 hours. I scheduled it for Tuesday at noon because that was one of the time slots. It said, please have the whole hour blocked off, ready to roll before you commit to anything. Fine. 12 to 1 it is. Even if it takes a little bit longer, my bosses are understanding. If they know that that's what I'm doing during my lunch break, if I'm still sitting in the car at 1:15 because I'm out there having a conversation with someone that might potentially hire me, they're fine with that. As long as I keep them updated on what's going on. I went on break at 12, was nervously anticipating the phone call. 12:30 rolled around, didn't get the phone call. I'm looking at the fine print in the email. Said that is not a guaranteed spot, that excuse me, that it could be anywhere from up to 2 hours difference. And the company is also headquartered on the East Coast, so I kind of gave them a little bit of benefit of the doubt that maybe there's a time difference. I could have got called as early as 11 or as late as 2. The problem is I got back from lunch at 1, put my earbuds in, put on a podcast, and just kept the line open. If anybody called or texted, I was just ready for it. My bosses knew that. They said, hey, look, if you get the call, step out. 2 o'clock rolled around, no call. 2:30 rolled around, no call. 4 o'clock rolled around, no call. 5 o'clock rolled around, no call. And I left and went and did some food deliveries for my side gig after I left work. And even during that time period, I got no phone calls. I called about 6, 7 o'clock my time, so it would have been probably closer to 8 East Coast time, and left a voicemail for their HR department, because during the last 24 hours after scheduling that meeting, I have not received one phone call, one text, one email, anything. I take that back. Yesterday morning I did get an email reminder about my upcoming phone interview. So I'm confused as heck. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little nervous and anxious about what it would be like possibly working for a company like this. I mean, this is a hybrid job. It is work from home. It's tech support. And it is... it's about an hour commute on the days I would need to be in office. But 3 to 4 days a week I would be home working in my home office, which I like that idea. It really helps out with our situation with as far as getting my partner to work and things like that. So I would be able to help out with getting her to work and my stepchildren and my children and all those things. It's doable. So even if I had to drive an hour each way to do that, that'd be nice. But it scares me about what a company like this, if they're not organized, if they're scatterbrained. But I am willing to even overlook that if I get a call today, because I need my foot in the door in any job with the name information technology behind it. At this point, even if it's not a tech support role, if a company that does IT is hiring a janitor, just to say that I had a year experience working for an MSP or some sort of offsite tech support company or some sort of SOC, I would do it. I would go be a janitor, not even use my degree, just to say that I had experience with that company, because that is how treacherous this whole application process is. And I realize that anything you do takes time, but it's crazy to put in 50 applications and not get one phone call back. And if anyone of the 5 to 10 people that actually watch this has any comments on my appearance, tech is a pretty laid-back field. Obviously, I comb my beard, flip up my nose ring, take my earrings out, even though they're freaking huge, when I go on interviews. But for the most part, there's a whole lot of quirky Mario tattoos and purple hair in the tech field. It is a pretty modern situation. So leave that as it may be. However, whatever. I'm not sure how I need to phrase that, but take that as it is. So yeah, this is the job hunt. It's all networking, it's all who you know, and I go every month to a meet and greet for people in my industry, in the industry I'm trying to be in the industry I've studied for the last year and continue to study for. And I shake a lot of hands and kiss a lot of babies, like a politician. But so far, the results have been nothing. And I don't know if I would be happier with no phone calls, but at least I'm not getting turned down at the interviews, or if I would be happy with getting 10 interviews in a row and getting turned down for all of them, because that would hurt equally as bad. So I'm just not going to be satisfied until I get a job in my field, and I just don't know where to point this energy and what is the best strategy, because it feels like I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. That's all I got. Have a great day.